Good evening from Madrid and welcome to Spanish football on ESPN, presented by Goodyear. Hello from me, Derek Ray. The Bernabeu is packed to the gunnels for this 150th league meeting of two rivals representing very distinct cultural traditions. Real Madrid are 9 points in arrears of Barcelona with 8 games to go. It's win or bust for the merengues, Tommy Smith.
Well, Lisbon's always very special, and it's particular if there's a title race, and Real Madrid really need to do something here. They need to get a victory here to try to reel Barcelona back in. Time is starting to run out. You get into the business end of things, and Real Madrid, this one is always very, very special, Derek.
Yes, a white-hot atmosphere can be practically guaranteed. It's Real Madrid against Barcelona coming up on ESPN. We'll bring you the team news and the action right after the break. A temple of football it is, the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium here in Madrid, and the venue for this, the final Super Clásico of the season. So much riding on this for Real Madrid if they are to make a run at the championship over the course of the closing weeks. The team news is presented by Goodyear. For Real Madrid, Samuel Guti are suspended. Figo dropped for the first time by Vanderlei Luxemburgo. Solari's also relegated to the bench. 4 changes then from last week's 2-1 win at Albacete. In have come Pavon, Beckham, Zidane, who returns from suspension, and a fit again, Raúl. For Barcelona, Puyol and Marquez make returns from injury and suspension, respectively, but Deco misses out, serving a one-match ban. Ronaldinho, by the way, has been declared fit to play, despite spending much of the week in bed with a stomach virus.
Belletti, Olger, Puyol and Gio across the back.
The referee is the 39-year-old businessman from Cordoba, Rafael Ramirez Dominguez. It's his 5th season in the Primera, and Real Madrid, interestingly, have never lost a match Senor Dominguez has taken charge of. For Real Madrid, it's the last chance saloon, the last chance to sow doubt in Catalan minds. Barcelona have stolen the headlines from the merengues this season. A win here will get them to within touching distance of their first piece of major silverware for 6 years. And it's Barcelona attacking the goal to our left in this first half. Thomas Gravesen playing in his first Super Clásico. Can Real Madrid get it right here? Ivan Elguera was talking in the build-up to this match that if they win the remaining 8 games, he feels that will be enough to secure the championship for them. But Barcelona have to slip up 3 times and draw once. It's a tall order for Real Madrid as Gravesen tries to slide it forward to Michael Owen.
Well, Michael Owen getting the start today. I think maybe all the rumours that maybe he's going to go back to England might have prompted something here.
Sent it away by Oleguer. And then Van Bronckhorst completing the clearance. Gio Van Bronckhorst, who scored that late equaliser, that last-ditch equaliser last week against Betis. What a game that was at the Nou Camp. Zidane tangling with Belletti over on the far side. Vanderlei Luxemburgo, always wired for sound.
Well, this one just cleared away. Gio coming across over the top of Beckham, and then the ball just been allowed to go over the touchline over there.
Ivan Elguera for Real Madrid. We're in the early sparring stages here at the Bernabeu.
I would say Belletti will have his hands full over on that right-hand side there if Zidane is going to attack him.
Ronaldo, just 1 goal in his last 11 league matches. It's Beckham for Real Madrid, and a telling ball. And Oleguer high into the air. It was awkward for Victor Valdez, and away finally by Puyol. Well, the Barcelona defenders were at 6s and 7s, but they've escaped.
Yeah, and Valdez was livid at the referee. He thought that he was fouled, but here they come again.
It's Beckham's cross. And a good, bright, positive start here from Real Madrid. Raúl was waiting in the middle, hoping to get on the end of it. But all the early traffic here being directed towards Victor Valdez. Beckham once more for the merengues. He's got Roberto Carlos out there on the left. Now Ronaldo.
Ha robado el Barça.
Samuel Eto'o desperately trying to get involved in the match. The top goal scorer in the Primera this season.
Well, Samuel Eto'o's coming back, trying to take a little bit of the pressure off Barcelona, because they've been under the cosh here for the first 4 minutes. I mean, Real Madrid have thrown everything but the kitchen sink at them, and they're a little bit unlucky that they haven't already scored, because Valdez certainly had huge problems with that ball that was in there.
The challenge comes in from Roberto Carlos, who's celebrating his 32nd birthday today, and told the press yesterday he planned to celebrate with a goal. He's been restricted to just a couple of strikes in the Primera this season. And it's Raúl who has gone to ground. Scored 12 goals in 27 previous matches against Barcelona. And that looks rather serious, doesn't it? Just around the right eye.
Well, Rijkaard's got a very quizzed look on his face here. Raúl off very, very quickly to get attention. You're going to see why. Watch the head coming here. Puyol catches him right on the forehead. Look at this. Purely accidentally. He goes to play the ball. Instead of playing the ball, he plays Raúl. Here's the situation. Did Raúl put his hand up and try to take the ball out of Valdez's hand? Valdez feels that he did, and I think maybe he's got a point. I mean, Raúl certainly had his hand up very high, and then Beckham swung it across the second time. That's Olgier putting a boot onto it. Look, he didn't put it into his own net, Derek. That should have been a free kick for the keeper.
But it wasn't forthcoming. It is a free kick here, however, for Real Madrid, which Roberto Carlos takes. You've joined us late. No Luis Figo in the starting 11 for Real Madrid. He's on the bench, missing a Super Clásico for only the second time since he moved here to Spain back in the 1995-96 season, and running repairs being carried out currently on the Real Madrid captain.
Well, a chance here for Beckham, and Real Madrid down to 10 men at the moment, but still keeping the pressure on. Barcelona haven't been able to get the ball out of their own half of the field yet.
All eyes then focused on the birthday boy. Now, can he test Victor Valdez? It's going to be Roberto Carlos for Real Madrid. Not much of an examination there. The two presidents together. Florentino Perez of Real Madrid on the left, and his opposite number, Joan Laporta of Barcelona, on the right.
Well, Roberto Carlos simply comes up to this one and just bangs it up, way up over the top. Not even close.
On the three visiting sides have won here at the Bernabeu in the Primera this season. Deportivo by a goal to nil, Sevilla by a goal to nil, and Athletic Bilbao by 2 goals to nil.
The thing that really surprised me was when you look at it, Real Madrid with 64 wins, Barcelona with 57 wins in La Liga. But when it comes to here, Real Madrid with 47, Barcelona have only 13. They haven't managed to win here very often.
Roberto Carlos, first time. And Bronkhorst had trouble dealing with it. It's come to Ronaldo. And that's a useful ball. It's the opening goal for Real Madrid. It's Zidane who's ghosted in at the far post. Unbridled Real Madrid joy. They've taken the game to Barcelona in the opening few minutes. Zidane's a bit shaken up having scored the goal. But the Frenchman is the man who has made the difference. And Real Madrid, who need a victory so badly here, have got off to the best possible start. But there are concerns about the former World Footballer of the Year.
Well, it was a case of very, very bad defence, because the ball was allowed to come all the way through. Belletti on one side, Gio on the opposite side, and then when Ronaldo plays the ball across, Zidane comes sliding in, and that's why there's concerns about him. He just banged his face off the post. Watch as he slides in after he plays the ball. He hits the ball right there, and he just comes sliding in, and he catches right there. He catches across the nose. I'd say he should be okay, but the ball was allowed to come all the way through. Belletti allowed it to come through from the far side, and then Gio allowed Ronaldo to bang it across, and bang it across he did. And look at Zidane. Zidane is wide open. There's nobody within 5 yards of him. What is Belletti doing standing there looking at him? I said it'd be a great battle, but there was no battle that time.
But now Eto'o at the other end for Barcelona. Their first real chance of the match. And it's into the grateful clutches of Iker Casillas. But it's Real Madrid 1, Barcelona 0. And Zinedine Zidane, the goal scorer, only his 5th league goal of the season. He missed last week's match against Albacete through suspension. I don't think Zidane was going to collide with the post until Victor Valdés made that slide across in his direction and almost forced Zidane to change his direction and thus do the damage. Now Roberto Carlos has Paco Pavón playing alongside him, the occasionally error-prone central defender for Real Madrid. First it was Raúl who took a knock. Now it's the turn of Zidane, but he's soldiering on here, Tommy.
And 2 knocks in the face. Zidane's nose just came in contact with the post. I figured he'd be okay.
Xavi, the fulcrum of the Barcelona midfield. Ronaldinho. It'll be interesting to see if he can go the full 90 minutes, having been under the weather this week. Van Bronckhorst. Second bite of the cherry there for the Dutchman. He played it in with his weaker right foot. This was our poll on ESPN Deportes.com, and most of you thought Barcelona would prevail here. They still might. There's a lot of football left, only 7% favouring the draw.
Well, Eto'o got a chance there. Sorry, Derek. Eto'o got a brilliant opportunity to tie this game up immediately after the ball went in on the opposite end of the field, and he didn't do very well with it. Pavón did a good job of marking him until he finally got free, but he should have buried the ball in the back of the net.
Xavi. Belletti. Now Rafa Marquez, and he's managed to create space for himself. And a ripper of a shot by the Mexican international, the captain of Mexico's national team. And as Luis Figo looks on, he's a substitute here tonight. Barcelona tried to come back very strongly and very nearly equalised.
Marquez comes through, waits on the ball to come down exactly where he wants it. And then he hit it like a defensive midfielder.
Ten minutes gone. Real Madrid 1, Barcelona 0. A goal coming from Zinedine Zidane for the Merengues. It's away by Rafa Marquez. Now Ronaldinho. Belletti. Ronaldinho, the World Footballer of the Year. And he has managed to carve out the free kick. Gravesen was trying to stick right beside him.
Well, Gravesen's not an easy man to get around, and if you do get around him, he's going to get a piece of you, and that's exactly what happened here. And the referee deemed that he fouled him.
Real Madrid have made most of the early running, and they've been rewarded. The goal coming from Zidane, but it's Xavi's free kick for Barca, and that high header. Difficult it was for Iker Casillas. Rafa Marquez had positioned himself inside the area. That's 2 chances for the Mexican international in the space of 90 seconds.
Well, this one just dropped inside, and watch when the keeper goes for it. Is it the ball over the top? I think that ball's over the top. I don't think that should be a corner kick. I think the ball was over the post. Yeah, it was over the post. That should be a goal kick.
Eto'o. Michel Salgado was badly missed by Real Madrid when he was out injured recently. That knee problem in February and March. Barcelona are coming right back into this Super Clásico, having surrendered the early goal. Ronaldinho. Eto'o. It's taken away confidently by Gravesen. More fluency here from Real Madrid. Ronaldo. Carlos Puyol to the rescue for Barcelona. Captain courageous. Rafa Marquez. Now Samuel Eto'o. It's lively play by the Cameroon international. and that deflection in the end didn't worry Iker Casillas.
Well, he pushed away from Gravis, and he was going to go to his right all the time before he fired the shot off, and then it did take that deflection, but there was no power on it.
It's the 230th meeting of these two rivals in all competitions. 85 wins for Real Madrid, 94 for Barcelona, and 50 draws.
Well, there was concern for Puyol before the game. There's even more concern for him now by the looks of things, because Silvinho is up warming up, and that might indicate maybe that Puyol is not feeling so well. You can see him making gestures out there. He's having a tough time keeping up with the play.
Iniesta had dropped back a little bit deeper that time. It's Belletti. Now Puyol. Ronaldinho was outfoxed that time. As Michel Salgado went forward, now has to trot back. And Bronkhorst. And Gravesen taking charge of the game. Taking charge of his duel with Ronaldinho. Safety first from Roberto Carlos.
Casillas was lucky there. That was a missed kick.
Now the goal scorer, Zidane. Iniesta, he's robbed him of it cleanly. Support there from Ronaldinho. A little flick back to Iniesta. Xavi. Perhaps slightly overhitting it, but Van Bronckhorst is able to get there for Barcelona. Now Ronaldinho, Real Madrid on the back foot here. Away by Beckham.
Terrible ball by Ronaldinho. Nobody there, and he just give it up inside of the box. Too many little flicks for Barcelona.
Now Michael Owen, the man on song for Real Madrid of late. Ronaldinho hasn't been in form. Well, that's good play. And Roberto Carlos. He almost scored on his birthday. He could have, but instead decided to draw it back. And it was Puyol who hooked it away for Barcelona.
I mean, for somebody who hit the ball as hard as he can hit it, he should have ripped the hole in the net from here. Really well set up by Ronaldo. Roberto Carlos again, wide open on the far side. Look at him coming as the overlap. Nobody went across to pick him up. Belletti's missing out of the picture. Look at this, he has all the time of the world. He could have autographed it.
It was missed by a couple of players, and Elguera storming in. Wasn't picked up. But the header off target by Ivan Elguera.
Oh, it should be 2-0 for Real Madrid. That's the best opportunity you're going to get. And I mean, especially when a guy brags that he's going to score a goal in a game. Hey, that was the time to score it.
It's perhaps a bit too unselfish, Roberto Carlos, just seconds ago. It's a stirring start here at the Bernabeu. Samuel Eto'o. Again, Gravesen was in there, just providing a bit of extra protection for the back four. Xavi. And they're all getting stuck in. The men in white. Michel Salgado goes down under the challenge. A ferocious one it was from Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. No Luis Figo in the starting 11 for Real Madrid. That news leaked out on Friday. Vanderlei Luxemburgo wasn't very happy when he discovered that the press seemed to know what his starting 11 would be. And for Barcelona, his experience there with Gerrard on the bench and Silvinho on the bench. There's a plethora of youngsters as well, the likes of Maxi Lopez and Rodri. Vanderlei Luxemburgo, who took over halfway through this current season. It's anyone's guess whether he'll be around at the start of next season. Xavi.
Corriendo riesgos porque se quedan ahí arriba. Xavi.
He's trying to control the game there in central midfield as Xavi. Now Marquez. Eto'o. And Belletti, the Brazilian, has arrived. Just marginally overhitting it. Couldn't quite find his fellow countryman, Ronaldinho. Barcelona, remember, trying for their third successive win against Real Madrid. And the slight edge in terms of possession, but it's 1-0 to the home side. Now Zidane, the scorer of that lone goal.
Well, for some reason, Belletti's playing in very close to the middle.
Ronaldinho and Xavi. And the door was barred immediately by Elguera. Gravison.
Oh, nice, nice.
He's more than just a hard man, Thomas Gravison.
I think that was an accident.
Now Raul. Ronaldo. Man who boasted not all that long ago that he was capable of scoring 35 goals in the Primera in one season. He's managed just 12 this term.
Well, he makes a couple of nice little step-overs, and he gets stepped on then. Here's the ball that he squares across. Look at Zidane. Zidane came flying. He was absolutely flying. Nobody saw him coming. Nobody picked him up. He was wide open, and then he just smacked into the post.
We'd like to apologise for the sound problems that we've been experiencing in this first half. We hope that they're not spoiling your enjoyment of this Super Clásico. Almost 20 minutes gone. Real Madrid 1, Barcelona 0. And David Beckham to take the free kick here for Real Madrid. Pavon amongst the players inside there, and a free header. It's a second goal, and the drought's over for Ronaldo. After 84 days without a goal at the Bernabeu, Ronaldo comes up trumps. Inside 20 minutes. Frank Rijkaard can hardly believe it. It's Real Madrid leading their old rivals in the Super Clásico by 2-0.
Once again, the marking was just abysmal. There was nobody marking at all inside. The Barcelona defense has looked very, very ordinary. Beckham with a free kick just floated across. Look at Zidane could have knocked it in. Ronaldo could have knocked it in. There wasn't a Barcelona shirt to be seen. Watch on the picture, side of your picture. Look at that. Belletti falls down. I said that Belletti was going to have a torrid time. I didn't realise they were going to just victimise him like they have done. I mean, Zidane could have put that one away. Ronaldo could have put it away. It was just so easy because Barcelona, no defence.
Ronaldinho for Barca, who had to come back at Real Madrid right after that first Zidane goal, but 2-0, Real Madrid flying out of the traps here.
Figo has to be saying, is this the way this team plays without me? But Barcelona are definitely helping them. Look at the white shirts on the back post. Look at that. You're going to let them walk in and wide open. Look at 1, 2. Peels for offside. Hey, how about a little marking? Never mind the offside. That's just terrible, Derek.
We've watched a lot of Barcelona this season. I honestly can't remember them ever looking quite as disorganised and haphazard at a set piece, defending at a set piece in this entire season. But now Eto'o, as Barcelona try to do everything at pace and haul themselves right back into this Super Clásico.
The difference is, Derek, is that Real Madrid are playing direct. Barcelona have all these little flicks off the back of their heel and off their elbow and everywhere else. This game requires you to take it by the scruff of the neck, and that's exactly what Real Madrid have done here.
Ronaldinho was cut out by Zidane. Eto's header. Away by Roberto Carlos. And the free kick has been given to Real Madrid, with Michael Owen hitting the grass. Barca still fighting and scrapping tooth and nail here. It's by no means over at 2-0. We saw what Barcelona were capable of last week against Betis. 3-1 down, but came back to earn a share of the spoils, thanks to that last-ditch equaliser by Giovanni van Bronckhorst. Admittedly, they were playing against 10 men for most of that match. Ronaldinho now, and Beckham up to the task. of reading the situation, of reading what Ronaldinho was trying.
You know, if Barcelona had lost that game last week, it would have made a huge difference in the standings, wouldn't it? It would have given Real Madrid a real good opportunity. Even if Real Madrid win this one, I still think that Barcelona should be home and dried.
Well, now at 2-0, Real Madrid are surely thinking about piling on the goals, and that is important because Barcelona won the earlier match this season by 3-0. If Real Madrid can top that, it would mean that they would hold the advantage in the event that these two sides would finish the season level on points.
Well, we do know that Real Madrid are not going to close up shop and try to defend, because I don't think they have a very good defense to try to shut out Barcelona. You can't afford to give Barcelona any lots of possession and then try to defend against them. I don't think that Real Madrid will do that. I think Real Madrid will still keep pushing the ball forward.
Xavi. Capacity crowd here at the Bernabeu, 85,000 looking on as Eto'o flicks it. Van Bronckhorst. And it comes spinning off Ivan Helguera. Corner then to Barcelona.
Well, here's Eto'o setting himself up. Salgado's coming in on his backside. Nice little flick, but Gio's shot was blocked down.
And it's Xavi's delivery here for Barcelona, and Casillas was scrambling to reach it. But reach it he does.
Again, if there had to be any power on it, Derek, he never would have caught up to it. He was out of position that time.
Barca have lost just twice on their travels in the Primera this season. And 2-1 against Betis, by 3-0 against Villarreal after the short winter break. Beckham has switched over to that left-hand side for the time being. I'll leave this for Roberto Carlos. Zidane. Back to Gravesen. There's Helguera's long forward ball. Mauro was able to get his head to it, but it's worked its way back to Victor Valdés. Barcelona, remember, won this corresponding fixture here last season by 2-1. Just over a year ago to the day. Now, a note for those of you watching in Latin America, after we're finished here in Madrid, we'll take you to Augusta, Georgia, for the final round of the Masters, with Tiger Woods now in front. Holds a 3-shot lead going into the final round, 3 clear of Chris DeMarco, with Thomas Bjorn a further shot behind. All the drama of the final round from Augusta to come, for those of you in Latin America. And Puyol, almost effortlessly back to Victor Valdés. Raúl. And was there just a little foul there by Xavi? There was. Taken a bit too hastily, I think, by Real Madrid.
Yeah, they didn't give themselves times to get set up, and in doing that, they squandered an opportunity, because that was a good place to have a free kick.
Ronaldinho. Bellesi. And it's meat and drink as far as Iker Casillas is concerned. Barca have lost just 3 times all told in La Liga this season. Most goals scored, fewest conceded. Real Madrid have every intention of eating into their advantage at the top of the table. That advantage stood at 9 points before a ball was kicked in anger tonight. It's Gravesen being hounded by Iniesta. The transgression spotted there by referee Rafael Ramirez Dominguez.
Well, I think Gravesen's pushing off here. He actually pushes Iniesta out of the way. And when you look at Real Madrid, I mean, they've been so inconsistent. It's amazing that they're still in the championship with a shout.
Ronaldinho, and trying to time that pass to perfection. He very nearly did. He very nearly found the geometric precision he was looking for, with Van Bronckhorst racing forward on the left. But Owen putting in a good shift from time to time, going back there to help out the Real Madrid defence. Ronaldinho. Headed away by Roberto Carlos. Puyol. Now Belletti. Goals here by Zidane and Ronaldo for Real Madrid. And now Eto'o trying to bust through for Barca. Just like that, they're back at the match. They're back at the Super Classico. That's what Samuel Eto'o is capable of. Real Madrid knew full well they couldn't count out Barcelona. It's game on here at the Bernabeu.
Well, this is an act of marking by... We talked about the Real Madrid defense. Look at Eto'o. He pushes the ball through. This ball should have been cleared right now. Roberto Carlos was stuck to the ground. I'm not sure what he was doing, but it was a great effort by Eto'o to pick up the ball and shove it by Casillas. Roberto Carlos never reacted to the ball breaking, and when he didn't, Eto'o did, and that was it.
But now Beckham's away like a hare on that left-hand side. Van Bronckhorst. Behind for the corner it goes with Michael Owen hoping to get on the end of that. It was an all-English move. Beckham looking for Owen.
Look at this ball spinning around. Look at Roberto Carlos, very slow to react, very slow to get towards the ball, and Eto'o just pounces on it and bulges the back of the old onion bag.
Beckham's corner for Real Madrid. Another useful one. And another decent header. It came towards Ivan Helguera. Inside the penalty area. Another right back in this Barcelona. There's no doubt about that.
Here's the tackle here. Watch, a nice job by Eto'o of holding on to the ball. But then when he comes across, the ball is played through. Watch the tackle. Helguera tackles it, but look at how quickly Eto'o reacts to it. Everybody else is kind of stuck to the ground. Eto'o's there first. And just a job then of simply sliding it by Casillas. Beautiful goal. To me, Eto'o's the man who has carried Barcelona this year.
Of course, he relies heavily on this man for service, Ronaldinho. And Van Bronckhorst now. Barcelona enjoying a great spell in this match. Oh, Eto'o reached out for it. Just couldn't make contact. But Barcelona really pushing on and kicking on here. And Real Madrid are under the cosh.
Well, the ball played into the corner here to Van Bronckhorst. He hit it too hard across. Eto'o could never get to that.
They're all queuing up again. It's Rafa Marquez for Barca. Zidane sweeps it away. Iniesta. Oleguer.
It's strange to see Iniesta out there with more or less a free role in midfield. I would never expected that. I mean, he's here, there, he's back helping out, he's going forward.
Well, there's not much defending going on there from Real Madrid. And Ludovic Giuli trying to force his way past the defenders who were in position, but now Eto'o. And it's helter-skelter stuff here. It's being played at a very brisk pace. 2-1 to Real Madrid then, with 14 minutes to go to half-time.
Once again, Eto'o gets himself involved here as he picks up the ball very, very quickly. He bursts through. There's actually 3 Real Madrid players there.
And that's either the 21st or the 22nd league goal of the season for Samuel Eto'o, depending upon which statistical chart you want to go by.
I'd say Eto'o would say 22.
Now Zidane. It's Beckham on the right. And oh, danger again here. Ronaldo was in there. It's come to Gravesen. Well, hit with plenty of power. The Danish midfield man deciding to have a crack at goal.
Well, why not? He was coming on the dead run. Once again, Barcelona defenders made a bit of a mistake. They did eventually hook the ball clear, but they hooked it right to the boot of Gravesen.
And the defending's a bit suspect from both sides as Ronaldinho carves open the Real Madrid rear guard. It's Giuli here for Barcelona. They're attacking with vigour and aplomb. And Real Madrid can count themselves perhaps a bit fortunate to be ahead. They were 2-0 ahead. It's now 2-1, and Barcelona gunning for the equaliser.
Well, it's kind of run and shoot, isn't it? I mean, the two teams are carving out good opportunities. Real Madrid have had a few that could have gone in as well.
Now Mixel Salgado. Surely they can't keep up this intense pace for 90 minutes. Beckham. And Belletti did his job in nodding it back to Victor Valdez. Belletti impeded over on the far side by Zinedine Zidane.
Well, Zidane felt that he had the right angle to get the ball away from him. Did give him a little bit of a push.
Ronaldinho. Seen a couple of magical Ronaldinho moments in the last few minutes. Iniesta. He's played away out of the danger area by Pavon. Giovanni van Bronckhorst preferred to Silvinho at left back this evening. Puyol.
Puyol's having serious problems out there. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see Puyol not coming out for the second half.
Iniesta. Belletti. Using Marquez. Belletti, the former Villarreal player. Rafa Marquez. It's a scorching shot by the Mexican. Eto now. Staunch rearguard action from Ivan Helguera for Real Madrid. 2-1 to Real Madrid it remains with 10.5 minutes to go to half-time.
And Marquez has come up with about 4 different opportunities here where he could have been a hero, but his shooting is just letting him down a little bit. Probably the wrong man has ended up with the ball. Barcelona would like to see Giuli getting it, and he's not getting very much of it over there on that right-hand side.
What an open first half it's been here in the Super Classico. The opposite of KG and watchful Real Madrid and Barcelona tonight. Going at it hammer and tongs. Iniesta. Xavi. Eto's goal has given Barcelona considerable hope. They might yet take something from this game. Iniesta. And on that slalom run. Way by Thomas Gravesen.
Well, Gravesen's having some game out there.
Iniesta just collapsed in a heap as Gravesen released the ball here.
Well, Gravesen comes up with the fist under his chin. I think Iniesta's made a meal of it. Gravesen may have made a little bit of contact with him, but I don't think that he did enough to knock him down.
Just to reiterate, for those of you in Latin America, after we're off the air here at the Bernabeu, we'll be taking you to Augusta for the final round of the Masters. Can Tiger Woods wear the green jacket for the 4th time and win his first major since the US Open in 2002? Steers it back to Victor Valdez. Wants the Zamora trophy so badly, but I should think he'd settle for not winning it if it meant victory in the championship for Barcelona. So try to end the disappointing run. Stretches all the way back to 1999, the last time that they won a major piece of silverware.
Valdez put on the pressure there by Beckham.
Manuel Bravo and Luis Figo on the bench. And the axing of Luis Figo has fueled speculation that it might be his last season here at the Bernabeu. Samuel Eto'o. Free-flowing first half here at the Bernabeu, and that pattern continues. Ronaldinho. Belletti. It's one Brazilian against another here. Belletti against Roberto Carlos. Xavi. Ronaldinho. Samuel Eto'o. Xavi. Great play here. And Ronaldinho tries to get on the end of it. Michel Salgado just beat him to it.
Well, good defending by Salgado, realising where everybody was, knew exactly where the danger was coming from. Bad defending by Roberto Carlos on the far side of the field. And Ronaldinho had visions of sugar plums and goals.
So there comes the Barcelona corner. The league leaders are trailing 2-1. They were trailing by 2-0. Gravesen. Thomas Gravesen was saying yesterday, just a few months ago, he could hardly have imagined playing in a game of this import. A game with such a storied history. A Super Classico. Zidane. Michel Salgado. He's it away through for Raul. It's a fresh air shot by the Real Madrid captain. And the counter-attack is on again here for the pacey Ludovic Giuli. His first season wearing the colours of Barcelona. That was tearing there by Giuli. Now Ronaldinho. Eto'o had got forward in support quickly. It's back to Giuli. There's too much elevation on the shot from the Frenchman. Again, Real Madrid defenders didn't look terribly happy with life as they had to scamper back, Tommy.
Yeah, but that all came about from the opposite end of the field. Raul makes a terrible mistake. He fans on the ball when he tries to come up to it, and it ends up putting his own team under pressure. Real Madrid really scrambling at the back, but that's a case of, you know, having a good attack going. All of a sudden, here you go, watch this. Watch what he does here. Look at it. I mean, that's just unbelievable. Bleeding.
Of course, he took the knock earlier on. You can see he's still in a bit of discomfort there. The right eye is the problem for Raul.
Once the referee saw the blood, pushed him off.
Sir Rafael Ramirez Dominguez, the match referee, taking no chances. 5 minutes to go to half-time in this pulsating Super Classico. Giuli. Xavi. Eto'o. Now Rafa Marquez. Magnificent season he's had playing as the sitter, a holding player in midfield. He was signed ostensibly as a central defender. He's looked a lot more comfortable in the holding role. Belletti.
Look at Ronaldo back defending against his countryman.
Defending a bit clumsily in the opinion of the referee. And the alarm bell sounding once again here because a shot comes in from Giuli. And Casillas, at the second time of asking, is able to grab hold of it. No shortage of drama and entertainment in the first half.
Well, here's Pavon getting strung out here. Giuli with the shot off that left foot of his. Keeper has trouble handling it, but there's nobody inside. He does manage to get a grip of it.
Carles Puyol for Barcelona. Rafa Marquez. So they funnel back again here, the Real Madrid defenders. Giuli, after apparently drifting out of the game early on, has come back into it with a vengeance. Ronaldinho. Xavi. And Eto'o was trying to convince the referee that there was a bit of foul play, but he wasn't to be convinced.
Oh, he was fouled. That was a free kick for Barcelona.
Beckham. Gravesen. And it bordered on being the hospital ball from Thomas Gravesen.
Zidane has slipped out of the game completely in the last 15 minutes.
Marquez. Iniesta's little flick back to Ronaldinho. The odds are stacked against him here. But still Barcelona press. Xavi. Iniesta. And it's Van Bronckhorst. What a chance! And Giovanni Van Bronckhorst had to fire it with his weaker foot in the end. Casillas had sufficient time to narrow the angle.
Casillas got a touch on the ball, which was the key thing. He narrowed the angle well, he came out, he didn't get Gio the opportunity to shoot, and it comes off his knees. I'm not sure he knew much about where he was going to hit it. Look at Eto saying, hey, Gio, you got to give it to me right here. I'm wide open.
I think we'd both be stunned if this were to finish 2-1. You get the feeling there are plenty more goals in this match. Xavi's corner for Barcelona. Barca have been the strongest side in the last few minutes. Eto's shot. Ably dealt with by Casillas. The pace is unrelenting here. And Zidane has won the free kick. He was impeded by Andres Iniesta.
And Iniesta's going to get a talking to. The crowd wanted a card. Iniesta just stands in the way of Zidane.
The Frenchman's path clearly obstructed by young Iniesta. Just over a minute left in this first half. Beckham's free kick. What an incredible first half it's been. Van Bronckhorst. Eto'o. Now they have to drift back the Real Madrid defenders. Eto'o. Beckham and Gravison trying to attend to him. Julie, Eto'o. And down he goes inside the area. He's still scrapping for it. He wanted a penalty, I think, to begin with. And the referee was right on the spot. Well, Eto'o for Real Madrid, because Samuel Eto'o had real possibilities inside the area here.
Yeah, he was inside of the area and he does get pulled down. Maybe it's a little bit one of these things that happened. The feet were taken out from underneath them, and then there was quite a scramble for the ball. Beckham is the man that catches him. Beckham uses his hands a couple of times, and then he just gets in front of him, and Eto'o loses his footing. The foul should have been called before that. If there was going to be a foul, it was before that.
Well, now, Michael Owen trying to chisel his way past Puyol.
Puyol did very well there. Michael Owen was off to the races.
It's an eyes in the back of the head job, this. Dying embers of the first half. Real Madrid 2, Barcelona 1. It could easily be 5-5.
Easily. Might be, yes. Although I doubt it.
Xavi. 2 minutes to be added on, all told, by match referee Rafael Ramirez Dominguez. And this has been the problem for Real Madrid. The captain, Raúl's had to deal with that gash to the right of his right eye. We apologise for the picture problems that we believe we're encountering just at the minute. Ronaldo. And hemmed in there by Iniesta and Van Bronckhorst. And Zidane, it's opening up for Roberto Carlos. And somehow he was able to play it into Raúl. And somehow, out of seemingly nothing, Raúl has scored to make it 3-1 to Real Madrid. And the bullish attitude of Roberto Carlos has got to be credited, because he had a massive hand in that goal. Victor Valdez deflated. Real Madrid ebullient. It's 3-1.
Well, Roberto Carlos looks like he hasn't a prayer to get to this ball, but he gets around Belletti, and then for some reason the ball comes in off the keeper. It comes in off the keeper's back. He thought that he had it stopped, but Raúl would get enough onto it that it actually hit the keeper's backside and went into the back of the net. But what a run by Roberto Carlos. It didn't look like he had a prayer to getting to the ball. I thought the half was over, but instead Real Madrid increased their lead.
Against the run of play it might be. Raúl's not complaining. He scored for the 13th time against Barcelona. The Royal Caribbean scoring summary tells you the story. it perhaps can't do justice to the story of this first half. Played at breakneck speed. Barcelona will feel a bit hard done by to be 3-1 down. They've given so much to this match. But it's Real Madrid who badly need the points in the box seat. Goals by Zidane, Ronaldo and Raúl for the home side. Eto'o netting for Barcelona, making it 2-1. Barcelona were pressing, but it's Real Madrid who have the 2-goal cushion at half-time. Real Madrid 3, Barcelona 1. Real Madrid lead Barcelona by 3-1. The second half just underway here at the Bernabeu, and Real Madrid attacking the goal to our left. Ronaldinho for the visitors. Samuel Eto'o gave Barcelona cause for optimism with that goal that made it 2-1 back in the 28th minute, but Raúl right on the stroke of half-time, restoring the 2-goal advantage that Real Madrid had enjoyed earlier, thanks to those early strikes from Zidane and Ronaldo.
Well, I just can't say enough about Gravesen. He just works so hard.
That's a super ball by Gravesen, and quick thinking from Victor Valdés, well aware that Michael Owen was racing in, and Valdés had to get there and did.
Well, Gravesen went away and took the ball off Ronaldinho, and then what a beautiful ball. He drives it in. Michael Owen just unable to get to it. Valdés takes it away from him.
No half-time substitutions from either side in the Super Clásico. Michel Salgado. He looked optimistically at referee Rafael Ramirez Dominguez. No free kick forthcoming.
Well, Luxemburger's always wired up for sound, that's for sure. Salgado coming through here. It looked like Van Bronckhorst pushed him down, but the referee didn't see it that way.
He's very often in communication with Marco Teixeira, his assistant coach, who watches from a different vantage point. And the free kick is given this time to Barcelona in Xavi's favour. Benetti. Samuel Eto'o, top scorer in Spain this season, and Juli is thwarted by goalkeeper Iker Casillas. Well, it was there for Ludovic Juli. It's not the first chance that's come his way in the course of this Super Clásico.
What a save by Casillas. He just kicks out the foot. I'm not sure if he knew a whole lot about it, but he did make contact with the ball. Juli should never have given him the chance. A beautiful ball from Eto'o.
Eto'o turning provider for Juli. To Barcelona threatening again here. It's the Xavi corner. Ronaldinho. Little swivel of the hips. Trying to outfox Zidane. Xavi. Samuel Eto'o. Marquez. Second bite of the cherry for Rafa Marquez. And the chance is lost.
Well, I think as far as Barcelona are concerned, Derek, the wrong man is getting all the chances. That's 5, maybe 6 chances he had. He had 4 in the first half. Here's the shot that should have been away. Look at the run. There's the shot. And Casillas just kicks it out with that left foot of his. Brilliant save. Rijkaard shakes his head. Can't believe the ball wasn't in the net.
He's been very passive throughout the course of this match, Frank Rijkaard, looking on stony-faced from the Barcelona bench. And Real Madrid cut the gap at the top from 9 to 6. Remember, goals are important too, as they try to erase the tie-breaking advantage Barca would theoretically enjoy if they were to finish level on points at the end of the season.
Well, I thought Puyol mightn't have started it for the second half, but he's out there. He has done very little in terms of attacking. I mean, he spent most of the time in his own half of the field.
Ronaldinho almost pleading with the referee to award the free kick and to show a yellow card, which he finally does. First booking that we've seen in the entire match so far. And it's gone to Michel Salgado. That's his 9th booking of the season in the Primera. Eto'o. And Elguera was there, just really doing his job and trying to make sure that Xavi didn't make any inroads. Xavi has scored the winner in this corresponding fixture here last season. That's that Barcelona ended up winning by 2-1.
Amazingly, I think Luxemburgo has this defence playing well. Real Madrid's defence has played well today. I know that Barcelona have had a lot of possession, but it's been far enough out from the goal not to bother them. There's a couple of times that Barcelona have broken through. They should have put the ball in the back of the net, but by and large, Helguera just give him a little shoulder to shoulder.
A little shove there by Ivan Helguera on Xavi. 3-1 it remains. That really was, from the neutral point of view, a sensational first half. And Salgado again sees the decision go against him, and he can't quite believe it, the flaxen-haired Real Madrid fullback.
I thought there was a suspicion of a handball, that he put his hand up to control the ball when he went through with it. And let's see, yeah, there it is. That's a handball. He used that arm for unfair advantage.
Helguera. And there was plenty of meat to that challenge. Van Bronckhorst and Helguera, and the yellow cards are coming quickly now. It's Giovanni Van Bronckhorst who's gone into the book of referee Rafael Ramirez Dominguez.
Well, he's changed his outlook now. He likes to be called Gio with that number on his shirt, but it doesn't matter what you call him here. The name goes in the book because he made no attempt to get out of that challenge.
Booked for the 7th time this season, the Dutch international. That's who's on the bench for Vanderlei, Luxemburgo. Luis Figo's available, Santiago Solari's available. The host of youngsters for Barcelona, plus the experienced Gerrard and Silvinho.
Well, Silvinho warmed up twice in the first half.
Xavi had gone to ground that time. A tussle between Xavi and Beckham.
Well, there's a lot more bite in this half as Beckham comes racing through there. He kicked at the foot twice.
Iniesta. Ronaldinho for Barcelona.
Terrible ball.
It's fired away by Roberto Carlos. It's come to Juli. Iniesta. Thought by many as the golden boy of Barcelona's future. Ronaldinho didn't seem to have the angle. Marquez might have the angle. It's taken the deflection off Ivan Helguera. That's going to be a Barcelona corner.
Well, Real Madrid know all they have to do is just absorb the pressure, keep booting the ball out of there. Beckham, make sure that Ronaldinho's no place to go, and then Raul touches him.
Xavi's corner for Barca. So Beckham who completed the clearance. Now Raul. Zidane.
Oh, that was nasty.
Well, the referee was right up with play, and he saw exactly what was going on. Free kick to Real Madrid. Raul. And the challenge came in from Carles Puyol. Two wily campaigners, Puyol and Raul, who know each other very well, of course, from their time together with Spain's national team.
Well, it looked like Raul was going to beat Puyol that time, but Puyol got enough on it to get it back to the keeper.
Zidane. They all seem to stand stock still for a second, the Barcelona players, but Belletti's managed to win it back here.
Yeah, and Zidane was very casual about that pass. You've got to make sure with those passes. They had a 3-on-2. If he completes that pass, that 3 men going forward, only 2 men back.
Belletti. Now, Juli has the ball back again here. It wasn't a very effective clearance by Ivan Helguera. Now, Gravesen. Zidane. Marquez again commits himself. We've carried on at the start of this second half, where we left off at the end of the first 45 minutes. If anything, the game's a bit more rugged in the second half. And Xavi is the recipient of the free kick here. Ronaldo was doing the fouling.
Yeah, there's been a lot more fouls here in the early going of the second half. A lot more bite to the game than there was in the first half. Not as much flow in football, unfortunately, but still a good game.
Samuel Eto'o. Ludovic Giuli. Now Ronaldinho. He tumbles over just on the edge of the penalty area, but no question of that ever being a foul. Now Ronaldo trying to accelerate. Does get there before Puyol. Ronaldo scored once already. Dovetailing with Raul.
Oh, Raul just turned the wrong way. If he turns the opposite way, the ball is played nicely through by Ronaldo. But what a ball again by Gravesen. Gravesen, his distribution of the ball is incredible out there. This time, Salgado just comes in, makes sure that Ronaldinho's not going to do anything. Rijkaard feels he was fouled.
There is the ubiquitous Gravesen again, but it's come to Giuli. And Pavon making his presence felt that time. He said he's often come in for harsh criticism, Paco Pavon, in big matches. At times he's let the side down. That's offside here against Michael Owen.
Well, Real Madrid got through a very good spell here for the last 4 or 5 minutes. Good possession on the ball. Michael Owen is offside.
Belletti. As the drama continues in the Super Classico. Marquez. He's given it away a bit cheaply to Zidane. Owen. Wriggling for freedom. Caught by Van Bronckhorst. Free kick to Real Madrid.
Well, Van Bronckhorst had to come a long way to catch up to him, and well, Van Bronckhorst, he's fallen foul of the referee. Nice move here by Michael Owen, and then Van Bronckhorst. That should be a yellow card. Van Bronckhorst just, he pulled on him after the ball is gone. Watch what happens here. That's a kick. I mean, he just kicked Michael Owen.
Rafael Ramirez Dominguez, our referee, in his 5th season taking charge of matches here in the top flight. At 4-1, it would be very difficult to see any way back at all for the league leaders. And it's Beckham with a free kick. And there is Victor Valdez to gather.
Well, it was a little ambitious of Beckham, expecting to beat Valdez from out there.
That long clearance. And Iker Casillas had to just make doubly sure there that he wasn't going to leave the penalty area with custody of the ball, holding on to the ball.
Well, Casillas' break certainly worked as Figo gets a run out here. Here's the free kick. Very easy for Valdez.
Ronaldinho. Belletti. Barcelona have lost just 3 times in the Primera this season. Twice on their travels. Iniesta did well. He's got the return ball here. Eto'o. And it can all happen so quickly for Barcelona, as Real Madrid found out to the cost. Back in the 28th minute. But the whistle has come to the reed this time. It's a free kick to the home side.
Eto'o guilty of the foul here. Puyol Helguera had cleared it anyhow. I don't think Rijkaard agreed with the call.
Barcelona have won only twice away to Real Madrid when Barca have been top of the table. Back in 1974, when Johan Cruyff inspired them to a 5-0 win back when Rinus Michels was the coach. And more recently in 1998, they won a 3-2 here. Louis van Gaal was the man in charge of Barcelona then, and the star of that show was the Brazilian Giovanni. 3-1 Real Madrid with the advantage, approaching the hour mark here in Madrid. Eto'o. Trying to give Barcelona a bit of a pick-me-up here. in the form of a second goal. Zidane. Gravesen. Zidane. Beckham, and it wasn't overhit at all by Gravesen. Oh, real adventure here from David Beckham. Belletti was perfectly positioned for Barcelona. Now Iniesta. And that wasn't a very clever ball by young Andres Iniesta. Roberto Carlos was able to get to it for Real Madrid, and it's Gravesen. And Puyol throws himself at the ball.
I think if I was given a vote for the player of the game, it'd be Gravesen, it'd be getting my vote. He's been everywhere, and his passes have been just picture perfect.
So I must say, when it left his boot, I thought that one was going to drift out of play, but it was ideal for Beckham. And here's Beckham again, and Zidane again.
Bad ball by Beckham.
Rafa Marquez. He arrows it to Eto'o. And Samuel Eto'o, free kick. And Ivan Elguera. A player penalised by Rafael Ramirez Dominguez.
Well, Elguera goes in with that elbow up very high. Very, very high.
He's not spoiled for choice in terms of options on the bench, Frank Rijkaard.
This was the cut back by Beckham, but wasn't very dangerous at all from a good position.
27 fouls we've seen here in 61 minutes of pulsating Super Classico football. Iniesta. Belletti. And Eto'o made the leap. Started back by Zidane. Now Gravesen. Zidane. Gravesen. And the foul from behind there. They're challenged by Rafa Marquez. Free kick.
Well, Gravesen doesn't mind mixing it up. I'm sure Real Madrid are really looking forward to Gravesen next year with him, especially if they've improved that defence. I mean, Gravesen has proved to be a very, very good find for them.
He's become Real Madrid's midfield man of order. No time at all.
Yeah, naturally, he's actually improved. I mean, we were talking about when he came across from Everton, he wasn't as cultured as he is now. He certainly has, he has learned to pass much better than he did when he came here.
Paco Pavón deputising for Walter Samuel, who's suspended this evening. Real Madrid, of course, also without Guti, who's serving a one-match ban. And the play rages on. Owen wanted the free kick. Referee wasn't going to give it to him. Now Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. Iniesta. Xavi. Ronaldinho, good play here. Samuel Eto'o. And in the end, I think he outfoxed himself. Punches the ground in frustration. He thought the free kick was going to be forthcoming.
Well, at times out there, you really have to earn your free kick.
Just a reminder that we've got live baseball coverage coming up later this evening for most of you here on ESPN. We'll see the Chicago White Sox take on the Minnesota Twins. The baseball season underway in the United States. So Chicago against Minnesota. This is Belletti. Roberto Carlos staying with him. Two Brazilians together. Iniesta. Back to Belletti. Well, Belletti, the fullback, has yet to hit the target for Barcelona. He's yet to score in a Primera match.
Well, that was the shot of a non-attacking fullback, although Belletti does like to attack. Didn't look very good. Ballooned it way over the top.
6 goals in his Primera career, but none for the Blaugrana. None for Barcelona. Almost 20 minutes into the second half. Real Madrid 3, Barcelona 1. Barcelona have never been in front here. Eto'o. And oh, it's Owen. He has the freedom of the Bernabeu. Michael Owen! And is it curtains for Barcelona now in the context of this Super Classico? Owen's the man in form, and Owen has delivered again. And it's very likely now that the gap at the top of the table will be cut from 9 at the start to 6 at the finish.
This is a beautiful goal, a great ball right down the middle. Owen times it perfectly. Look at his run, but watch his finish. He's still got a bit of work to do. There's a defender coming after him, but he gives Valdez no chance as he bangs it in a little lawnmower job. The Englishmen combining here. Beckham with a beautiful ball right down through the middle as Owen runs onto it. The ball bounces a little bit high. You can see Owen check out to see where the defender is. He gets a touch onto it, enough just to take it down, and then he hits it off the outside of his right foot and he bulges the old onion bag. What a pretty goal for Michael Owen, and Michael Owen has been a success in Spanish football.
Maxi Lopez, as you can see, has come on for Ludovic Giuli. Maxi Lopez, the blonde-haired Argentinian, and down he goes. A good shout for a penalty, surely. Oh, Eto'o and company are absolutely livid. I must say, it looked from this vantage point as if Maxi Lopez had been fouled inside the Real Madrid penalty area, but it's not been given.
Well, Rijkaard thinks that it should have been given. Let's see. Maxi Lopez trying to control the ball, Not a chance.
I'll tell you what, I think Maxi Lopez had a fairly compelling case, Tommy, watching this again. The challenge by Roberto Carlos. You're not convinced?
Not convinced at all. And I'm not using the theory that he wouldn't be able to get to the ball, because I don't believe in that theory.
Well, a bit of controversy here nonetheless. But it's 4-1 to Real Madrid. And it's a long road back for Barcelona. Plus, there's now the real chance, the real prospect of Real Madrid erasing that advantage Barca had in terms of the tie-breaking situation if they do finish level on points. I'm looking for Belletti there. It's in the aftermath of the fracas there inside the penalty area.
Well, the way the Barcelona defenders are defending here, Real Madrid might score again.
It's Beckham for the Merengues. And it's headed behind for the corner by Giovanni van Bronckhorst.
Well, we know we talk about magic and everything else on certain players, but Beckham's ball right down the middle was an absolute peach as far as Owen was concerned. Right onto his boot.
Over comes the corner. And Real Madrid threatening once more. Belletti had to look lively. Alguera so dangerous in the air at set pieces. Real Madrid's biggest margin of victory in Super Classico came back in 1943 in the Copa del Rey when they beat Barca by 11 goals to 1. The healthiest victory margin in the Primera, 1935, 8-2 the score then. They're not going to top that, I don't think. But they are quite possibly going to haul themselves right back into the championship race.
Look at the ball. I mean, it was absolutely perfect, and what Owen does with it. Keeper should have probably gotten down quicker. Keeper has to be a little bit to blame there.
Yes, it wasn't the finest moment ever enjoyed by Victor Valdez, was it? But Michael Owen making it 4-1. His 11th league goal of the season. It's remarkable he's managed 11 tallies, considering it's only his 13th start of the league season. Ronaldo now. Free kick. Fouled by Carles Puyol, whose name is taken by referee Rafael Ramirez Dominguez. And that means Puyol will be missing for Barcelona's next league match at home to Getafe 1 week from today.
Well, I'm sure that the Barcelona fans are a little bit concerned the way things are going here. Puyol is very, very late. And of course, you remember last year, it was just about this time last year that the wheels fell off the wagon in terms of Real Madrid season. And the Barcelona fans are hoping it's not going to be a repeat this year for them.
Just over 20 minutes remaining. Beckham for Real Madrid. With hesitancy there by Victor Valdez. Ronaldinho, the whistle had gone. Free kick to the visitors. Ronaldinho. If anyone can come back from 4-1, you'd think it would be this Barcelona side. Maxi Lopez for Barca. Xavi. They've been wasteful in the final third here, and Eto's wasteful again.
Well, they're certainly not going to come back with shooting like that, or non-shooting like that.
There's still an element of gambling about Barcelona's game here. Maxi Lopez. He's only been on the park for a few minutes. He's come on for Ludovic Giuli.
Valdez coming out, catches Puyol. Here's Eto with a chance again, and he does exactly what Raul did in the first half. A fresh air shot. The tension here, the nerves.
And the yellow cards are coming thick and fast. David Beckham, the latest player to be cautioned by Rafael Ramirez Dominguez.
Well, Beckham is very late going through on this ball.
Zidane is trying to slow down the tempo of the game now. He's lost possession of the ball. It's careless by Zidane. Maxi Lopez. Away by Elguera, who's limping now. She tries to get back into position. Rafa Marquez. Samuel Eto'o. Ronaldinho. Iniesta trying to play it through that forest of legs. Van Bronckhorst this time, so they continue to test the Real Madrid defence. Xavi. Maxi Lopez. Free kick this time. Free kick against Roberto Carlos in a position of considerable menace to the Real Madrid goal. And a reminder for those of you in Latin America, we've got the final round of the Masters coming up as soon as we're off the air. Barcelona need to make this count. If they are to find an escape route in this match at least, if they are to take something from the game, it's a big ask for them. Ronaldinho's been under the weather for most of the week, but Ronaldinho with a piece of magic. That's why he's the World Footballer of the Year. He can do the unexpected, almost on command. At 4-2, with 17 minutes to go, it's not quite in the bag for Real Madrid just yet.
Well, you're going to see the ball struck here, and it looks to me like it took a little bit of deflection. Let's see when he gets up in the air. Does Ronaldo hit it? I'm not sure, but it's certainly in the back of the net. That's all that counts. Now it went by him. Casillas very, very slow to react, figured that the wall was going to get up to it.
And I'm sure Barcelona are wishing that it had come 20-25 minutes earlier than that goal by Ronaldinho on 74 minutes.
But what it does, it gives them that goal advantage again, doesn't it?
So if it weren't to finish 4-2, you could look back and say that Ronaldinho goal, and a sensational goal it was, will be worth almost half a point to Barcelona in the context of the league table. Xavi. Another quick Barcelona strike would make things really interesting. Belletti. Maxi Lopez.
None of you were a Real Madrid fan, you didn't?
Certainly from the neutral point of view. Xavi. To dance away from the combative Thomas Gravesen. Ronaldinho. Ronaldo. Boxed in by Oleguer, playing in his 50th Primera match. And handling himself with real authority that time. It's very assured play by Oleguer. Now Ronaldinho trying to run the Real Madrid defence ragged. Ronaldinho. And it almost worked its way through. Real Madrid was scrambling just a bit. But it's out of play by Giovanni van Bronckhorst because Eto'o had gone down. And there is a bit of concern now in the Barcelona camp about their star striker.
Well, when you get 21 goals or 22 goals in the season, depending on who you believe, the last thing you want to do is see him get nicked. And he did get caught on the knee.
We're inside the final quarter of an hour. Breathtaking Super Classico here on this Sunday night at the Bernabeu.
Well, sometimes these Super Classicos don't live up to the billing, but this one certainly did, and a little bit more as well. It's gone, I think. Samuel Eto'o is gone.
Well, that's a real body blow to Barcelona's hopes of salvaging something from this match. The end of the game for Samuel Eto'o, the leading scorer in Spanish football, and here's what happened to him.
Hit knees. Maybe didn't even hit anything, maybe just pulled something in it.
That right knee, and Eto'o knew there was a problem immediately. And as we know, knees don't generally heal overnight.
Now it's just himself. You see him, look at that. He twists his knee around. Look at that.
So perhaps a serious problem for Barcelona to contend with in the weeks ahead, not only here in the last few minutes of the Super Classico.
That looked really, really serious.
And Damià has come on, the 22-year-old who you and I watched make his Primera debut in Bilbao back on the 30th of October. Normally plays at right back, can play in right midfield.
Well, that's a sorry sight for Eto'o. It's a sorry sight for Barcelona. You hate to see a player being carted off like that, especially when you know how serious it looked. I mean, his knee twisted about 3 different ways.
We'll let the medics inform us later as to exactly what the problem is for Samuel Eto'o, but he might well be out for some time. He's still battling away here. Maxi Lopez for Barca. Free kick again. Oh, free kick in a dangerous position. That's surely what Real Madrid wanted to avoid at all costs.
Maxi Lopez has moved into Eto'o's place in the middle, and it paid off there as he did a good job of holding the defender off, forcing him to make the mistake, and sets up another chance for Ronaldinho. Look at this. He gets good position on him, and Pavón is struggling to try to get the ball, and instead he commits the foul. He was always going to be the weak link.
He's done it once. Can he manage it a second time? Casillas making sure everything is inch perfect inside that Real Madrid wall. All eyes focused on the World Footballer of the Year. Here again is Ronaldinho for Barcelona. But this time the wall does its job. The danger's not over. Marquez was in an offside position as he controlled the ball. And the Real Madrid defenders can breathe once more, Tommy.
Oh, this time the wall does its job. It blocks down the ball, and then when Puyol drives it in, there was no question about it. Marquez was at least 3-4 yards offside. Ronaldinho come up to it, and this time Ronaldo does get ahead to it. He just missed by a couple of inches the last time getting ahead to it. This time he did get ahead to it.
Long ball for Michael Owen to go after. Big roar, big optimistic roar from the crowd here. The referee not interested in the appeals for a free kick. Away by Roberto Carlos. Zinedine Zidane for Real Madrid. The width now provided by Ronaldo. That's Puyol and Marquez for company. Nothing there. Play on. Ronaldinho breaking the shackles of Michel Salgado. Barcelona pinning their hopes on Ronaldinho in these closing stages, and that almost worked out for him as he tried to find his man Damia, who'd gone tearing towards the Real Madrid penalty area. And Santiago Solari just getting off his seat there on the bench behind Vanderlei Luxemburgo. 10 minutes left. It remains 4-2 to Real Madrid. Barca have enjoyed the lion's share of possession, but Real Madrid have been that bit more resourceful inside the opposition penalty area.
Figo's getting ready to come in.
Gravison.
Great ball again.
Michel Salgado. Now it's Owen. Roberto Carlos. Walked up by Rafa Marquez for Barca. Van Bronckhorst. So Ronaldinho tried to bamboozle Ivan Helguera. Didn't succeed. Was there a hand there? There was. Well, the decision's actually gone Barcelona's way. Castilian interests prevailing here over Catalan priorities. The Catalan side, Barcelona, 9 points clear at the start of play. And Luis Figo, former Barcelona player, is going to replace Michael Owen now.
Well, Michael Owen had a very good outing. He gave them a lot of width, he gave them a lot of movement, and he pulled defenders around the place, creating space. He took his goal well.
He's done very little wrong, Michael Owen. This is his first season at the Bernabeu. He's had to be content with the substitute's role far too often. But now Luis Figo's on. He was the substitute tonight, left out by Vanderlei Luxemburgo for the first time. And he now takes part in his 23rd Super Clasico, his 10th in the colours of Real Madrid. Zidane. Ronaldo. Does he have the beating of Marquez? Ronaldo! A smart stop in the end by Victor Valdez.
Well, he had the beating of the whole defence except the keeper. He kept pushing the ball out, he kept going to his right, and then when he fired a shot in, Valdez was in the perfect position to take care of business.
Maxi Lopez just flicked away from him by Gravison. There's Gravison again. And always be relied upon to give 100% for the cause.
Ronaldo with the shot. Valdez in the right place.
Belletti. Damia. Damia, the substitute, he's not really a player known for his guile. Now Figo having just come on, and Marquez came off second best that time. Figo did wonderfully well. Ronaldo and Beckham for Real Madrid. Puyol in the nick of time.
Oh, a great setup, started by the midfielders again. Gravison started it all.
But now Ronaldinho at the other end, Maxi Lopez. And you can't take your eyes off this for a second.
Great run by Figo.
Oleguer. And Beckham wins the free kick right out by the touchline on the far right-hand side.
Well, Real Madrid are doing now what they have to do. They're gaining possession, they're getting fouled. Keeping the ball away from Barcelona.
And the substitution is going to be made here by Real Madrid, the second of the match. And off goes the captain, Raúl, the scorer of the third goal. That's a very important goal right on the stroke of half-time. He means so much to these Real Madrid supporters.
Mind you, he hasn't produced like this year like he should be producing. What is he on? 7 goals now in the La Liga? I mean, the lowest he's ever scored was 9.
So Santiago Solari comes on, Argentinian international who seldom lets down Real Madrid. Caldera, back to Casillas. Maxi Lopez trying to put the wind up the Real Madrid goalkeeper and succeeded.
Well, if you can see us, why take chances? You have a 2-goal lead, there's 5 minutes left in the game, just boot the ball into touch.
Xavi. And Damia. Solari. Just had it nodded away by Belletti, but there's Roberto Carlos. Celebrating his 32nd birthday and now wearing the captain's armband for Real Madrid in these last few minutes.
Thought he was going to have a bottle of champagne there for a moment.
Just a bit too early for that. Now Xavi, Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho for Barcelona. Fantastic save it was by Iker Casillas. Well, that was right out of the top drawer by the Real Madrid #1, the man regarded by many as the #1 in the world. Ronaldinho now at the other end. Zidane. Zinedine Zidane, and Puyol read it well. Xavi. This match has raged from one end to the other. Damia. They need good delivery here. It's not what they got. And acrobatics again from Iker Casillas.
Well, I think when Casillas was needed by Real Madrid, he's come up with the acrobatics. He's come up with a few beautiful kick saves, including that last one from Ronaldinho.
Vigo, attacking football at its best. That's the biggest Spanish club game of them all. One of the biggest world club games of them all.
Well, you can see all the players are leaving it on the pitch tonight. A little bit of a push here from Iniesta and Salgado.
Damia to Victor Valdez. Belletti trying to push up more and more now. Ronaldinho. 2.5 minutes left, plus stoppage time. I should think we'll have at least 4 minutes. At least.
I think he'll go for 3.
Marquez. Ronaldinho. And Belletti. Moved into the centre-forward position, but Roberto Carlos was able to clear his lines.
That deflection almost fell right onto the boot of Belletti.
Ronaldinho. Now it's Damia. They're all well positioned back there, the Real Madrid defenders. Now Zidane. And now Ronaldo. Oliver, the player who's right with him. Gravison. Solari. Comes off Rafa Marquez. Roberto Carlos. Beckham. It's promising again here for Real Madrid, and promising for Beckham. He didn't miss by much.
Well, Beckham has been in sparkling form tonight. One of the best performances I've seen Beckham give for Real Madrid. Gets himself wide open here and decides to give it a lash. And just a little bit wide of the target.
It was again.
Closer than I thought.
A shot by David Beckham. And substitution here. Zinedine Zidane is going to be replaced by Albert Celades. So defensive midfielder on for the former World Player of the Year, Tommy.
Good outing by Zidane. Took his goal very well. Had good possession for Real Madrid. Slowed the game down when he needed to.
And we will have 3 minutes of added time, as Tommy Smith predicted. Ronaldo is beginning to look as though it will be a 6-point gap at the top of the table at the end of business tonight. Can Real Madrid finish with a flourish? It's Figo. A good take by Victor Valdez. It's a match, this, funnily enough, that really could have gone either way. Both sides have had their chances. It's been full of attacking football, and the difference has been Real Madrid have been more proficient in taking their opportunities than the team from Catalonia. Gravison. And offside against Ronaldo.
Well, if you take Gravison out of the mix tonight, it becomes a completely different looking game. The way he's distributed the ball, the way he's done good defending.
Maxi Lopez turning and spinning. Former River Plate player in Argentina. Look at that white barrier in place now. Free kick. Free kick to Barcelona, but time is against them.
Ronaldo was offside.
Ronaldinho to take this one. And there's the header. And there's Iker Casillas foiling Rafa Marquez.
That is just amazing how many opportunities that Marquez has had tonight. I would say 8, 9 good opportunities. Ball drifted into him. He comes in on the back post. He out-jumps Salgado. Casillas once again with a good save.
Ronaldinho, he's still trying. But it's a forlorn cause now. Barcelona are going to lose for the 4th time in the Primera this season. Figo. Oliver moved forward to feed Ronaldinho again. Gravison trying to hold him off, and Santiago Solari. It's a free kick and the yellow card finally for Gravison. Now Xavi, and the referee wants that to be retaken.
Well, Gravison trying to get stuck in here. Ronaldinho does a good job of keeping him off with his arm. Solari comes and gives him a little bit of a shot.
Also trying to finish on a high note. Belletti. It's full time here at the Bernabeu, and Real Madrid have taken a step at least towards making the championship race an interesting one throughout the course of the last 7 weeks of the season. There's the Royal Caribbean scoring summary. They never trailed here against their old rivals. Real Madrid winners by 4-2. 6 points the difference then, but Barcelona will still hold the advantage in the event that these two sides should finish level on points.
Well, it's still very much of an uphill battle for Real Madrid, but they do put themselves back into the championship, and well, it was a good game for them today.
A cracking match it was, and let's have a look at our Chevrolet play of the game.
Ronaldo is the man who sets it up. The ball came all the way across from Roberto Carlos. Ronaldo feeds it back into the middle. Zidane is flying, and he dives through the air and puts the ball at the back of the net and ends up smacking into that back post. And Real Madrid were off and running. A beautiful ball from Ronaldo, a great finish from Zidane.
That gave Real Madrid the dose of confidence they needed to carry with them throughout the match. And they have run out 4-2 winners against Barcelona. My thanks to Tommy Smith. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For all your football news, remember ESPN, SoccerNet ESPN.com. 6 points the difference at the top of the table. For those of you watching in Latin America, a reminder that coming up in a matter of seconds, we'll take you to Augusta, Georgia for the final round of the Masters. From me, Derek Ray, it's good night from Madrid.